The pace of change in Saudi Arabia right now is, well, it's pretty incredible. Vision 2030 is really driving this massive digital shift.
Absolutely.
Right.
And AI, artificial intelligence, it's not just theory anymore, is it? It's becoming a real practical tool for businesses there.
Exactly. It's moving so fast. And that's what we want to get into today.
Right.
We've been looking at some really interesting material on two specific AI tools built pretty much for the Saudi market.
Okay.
One's called Recruiter for HR hiring. The other is Project Think Smart Project Management.
Got it. Tailored solutions.
Yeah. So our mission, let's say, for this deep dive is to figure out how these AI tools are actually helping Saudi businesses, get more efficient, more competitive.
Making a tangible difference on the ground.
Right. So if you're listening and you're involved in business there, or maybe you just follow tech, or you're interested in Saudi Arabia's growth, this should give you some valuable insights into how work itself is changing.
Definitely worth exploring.
Okay, let's dive in then. First up, Recruiter.
Okay. This AI assistant for HR departments in Saudi Arabia, what's the basic problem it's trying to solve?
Well, the sources we looked at really highlight the need for speed and accuracy.
Speed and accuracy in hiring.
Yeah, exactly. The job market's moving incredibly fast. Companies need the right people, and they need them quickly to stay ahead.
And traditional hiring can be slow.
It can be a real bottleneck.
Right.
Think about just waiting through resumes, scheduling interviews. It eats up so much time.
Oh, definitely. That initial sift, the endless email chains for scheduling, it can really drag things down for HR. So how does Recruiter actually, tackle that? What can it do?
Okay, so it has a few core features. First off, automated candidate screening.
Right?
It uses NLP, that's natural language processing. Basically, it understands the meaning in a resume, not just keywords.
Ah, okay. So it's smarter than just keyword matching.
Much smarter. It scans the applications, matches them to the job description with pretty high accuracy. It's like a super efficient first filter. That alone sounds like a huge time saver, cutting down that initial review pile.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hours saved right there.
What else?
Then there's smart interview scheduling.
Okay.
Recruiter can actually coordinate the times between the recruiter and the candidate. Cuts down massively on that email back and forth trying to find a slot.
Oh, the scheduling nightmare. Anyone who's done hiring knows that pain, so it saves time there, too.
A lot of time. And frustration.
But it's not just about speed, is it? Does it help with, fairness?
That's a really important point the sources bring up. Bias reduction.
How so?
By focusing purely on qualifications, skills, experience, the objective stuff, and not on personal details that could trigger unconscious bias. It helps make the screening much more objective, fairer.
That's significant, especially with diversity and inclusion being such a focus now.
Absolutely. It helps level the playing field.
And given this is for the Saudi market, how does it handle the local specifics?
Yeah, this is key. It's not generic AI. It's specifically adapted. It supports Arabic, understands local employment practices, things like Saudization requirements, local labor laws. It's built with that context in mind.
Okay, so it really understands the environment it's operating in. That's crucial.
Makes a huge difference to its effectiveness there.
So what's the impact? Are companies seeing real results?
The numbers reported are pretty striking. Up to a 70% reduction in time to hire.
70%? Wow.
Yeah. And companies are also saying they're getting better quality candidates out of it.
Interesting.
And the whole experience for the company and the applicant is just smoother.
So it frees up HR to do more than just admin.
Exactly. They can focus more on the strategic side, talent development, retention, things that are vital for Vision 2030's goals, actually.
Right. Building long-term capability. So for you listening, wanting the key info fast, Recruiter helps companies build those strong teams much, much quicker.
That's the essence of it.
Okay, let's shift gears. Let's talk about Project.
The project management AI.
Yes, an AI assistant for smart project management, again, designed for Saudi organizations. What's the big challenge it tackles?
Well, it's managing projects effectively, especially when everything around you is changing so fast.
Keeping things on track, on budget.
Yeah, keeping projects organized, hitting deadlines, staying within scope. It's tough, particularly with complex projects.
We've all seen projects go off the rails, communication breakdowns, missed deadlines.
Exactly. And in a place aiming for rapid development like Saudi Arabia, efficient project delivery is critical. It means faster innovation, maybe taking on more ambitious projects.
Okay, so how does Project help prevent that? What does it actually do?
Well, like Recruiter, it has several smart features. One big one is task automation.
Automating tasks, like what?
Helping assign tasks, set priorities, even follow up on them. It uses intelligent logic, looking at the project goals and who's available, team capacity.
So it's not just a dumb checklist. It actually helps manage the workflow.
Right. It's more active. And then there's real-time progress tracking.
How does that work?
It plugs into the tools teams already use: Slack, Microsoft Teams, email.
Okay.
And it monitors milestones, flags, potential risks before they become big problems. If things start slipping, it raises an alert.
Like an early warning system for your project? That sounds incredibly useful.
It helps keep things moving and allows for quick course correction.
And collaboration. How does it help teams work together better?
This is where the sources talk about it, acting almost like a virtual team member.
A virtual team member? How so?
It can be a central point for updates, send out reminders. It can even spot patterns in how the project is running and suggest ways to improve the workflow.
Huh. So it learns and suggests improvements.
Based on the data, yeah. It's like having this always-on, data-driven assistant helping the team stay coordinated and efficient.
A virtual assistant that's actually helpful. That's quite something. And language support, like Recruiter.
Yes, same deal. Seamless support for both English and Arabic. Really important for accessibility across diverse teams in the kingdom.
Vital. Absolutely vital. So what kind of results are companies seeing with Project?
The reports mention a pretty significant boost in team productivity, around 40%.
40%? That's substantial.
Yeah. And also clearer communication within teams and fewer delays on projects.
Makes sense. So for you, the listener, looking for those aha moments, Project shows how AI can really untangle complex project management, boost team output.
It streamlines things significantly.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit. Think bigger picture. Why are tools like Recruiter and Project so important for Saudi Arabia overall?
Well, if you link it back to Vision 2030, adopting tools like these directly fuels that digital transformation goal.
Right, it builds digital maturity.
Exactly. It's using technology to push progress across the board.
And practically speaking, for the country's economy.
Well, more efficient companies are more productive companies. Recruiter saves hiring costs and time. Project means projects get delivered more efficiently, less waste, fewer cost overruns.
So better bottom lines for businesses, which feeds into the broader economy.
Precisely. And it also helps position Saudi companies better globally.
Yeah.
If you can attract top talent faster with Recruiter,
Mm-hmm.
and you can deliver complex, high-impact projects more effectively with Project,
Right.
you become more competitive on the world stage, more agile, more capable.
Building a stronger, faster, more efficient ecosystem. And it's key to stress, I think, that this isn't about AI replacing people, is it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
The sources are clear on this. It's about AI augmenting human skills.
Enhancing what people do?
Yes, freeing people up from the routine stuff to focus on the complex, strategic thinking that humans do best. Problem solving, creativity.
So the takeaway is, using these AI tools isn't just a nice-to-have anymore for Saudi
It's
businesses.
rapidly becoming a strategic necessity. If you want to lead in innovation and performance, you need to embrace these kinds of solutions.
The landscape is shifting, and AI is a key part of that shift.
Definitely. It offers a real competitive advantage.
Okay, so if we boil down everything we've discussed, Recruiter, Project,
Yeah.
what's the core message for our listeners?
I think the main point is that AI isn't some far-off future thing in Saudi Arabia.
It's here now.
It's here now. Tools like Recruiter and Project show it. And it's actively reshaping how businesses operate, driving efficiency, boosting competitiveness. It's a powerful force today.
A very clear takeaway. Okay, and as we wrap up, maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to consider. How might this kind of intelligent automation, automating how we find talent, how we manage complex work, how might that fundamentally change not just businesses, but maybe the very nature of our jobs, our career paths in the years ahead?
That's a big question.
It is.
Right.
Something to chew on. We've really only scratched the surface of where this could lead.